Hi everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. Sorry it's been a while since I posted anything on YouTube. I had a bit of a, I had to take some visits to the doc. Let's just say, part of me is, not feeling that great. Thankfully, the doctor has given me a lot of medications. I don't want to tell you what it is because it might freak people out about it. But, let's just say it's a bit of a problem with your immune system. So, yes, and because of that, because of my visits to the doc, I've been kind of struggling with trying to do some animation. I have been doing some drawing, no doubt, but the animation bit, I'm kind of slow on that. So, let's see what we got here. Now, this leak I just found recently, but this has actually been announced, this was leaked like 2 months ago. But now I thought maybe I should make my reminders about it. What's gonna come? I mean, we all know that last month the Prix was for Crash Team Racing Nitro Field was the ladies, the trophy girls. Unfortunately for me, I did not get all of them. I didn't get Megumi in time, so maybe next time. They said now if you haven't unlocked any of the characters, they'll say coming back soon. But when exactly? And the current Prix we're in is the Back in Time Prix with Baby Crash, Baby Spyro, and the Baby T-Rex. I'm surprised they didn't slip in Baby Cortex or Baby Entropy because they've been leaked, and I remember their baby appearance in the third game where they're like,
"Give me the mask, with it I shall take over the world."
And I know for a fact that next Prix there's gonna be a Spyro Prix. He will be having Spyro the Dragon and perhaps some of his chums to tag along, like Ripto, Hunter, Nasty Nork, and the Sorceress. But we don't know what the racetrack looks like. But what about in October? Well, this is a user named Beater M has said that October will have a spooky theme. Now, nothing much has been revealed about what's happening in October. It's just spooky, that's it. They didn't say anything about the characters. They didn't say anything about what the track is gonna look like, or what the details are about, what carts they're using. So far, it's just spooky. Now, because this is spooky, this has got me to think, what do you think the track is going to look like? Is it going to resemble the Academy of Evil? For those who don't know, the Academy of Evil is a level in Crash Twinsanity where Cortex and Crash come to retrieve his niece, Nina Cortex, from the clutches of Madame Amberly. It's a shame Madame Amberly wasn't leaked in this game. She may have not made an appearance. Now, the other speculation I'm thinking to myself is, for what the spooky would be like, it would be Evilocity. And for those who don't know about Evilocity, it is a racetrack in Crash Tag Team Racing. In that track, there's a lot of spooky fairy tales included. Like, for example, at the beginning of the racetrack, you'll see Little Red Riding Hood skipping to Grandma's house, and then there's a wolf in the disguise. And later, you see those spooky trees with faces, kind of like from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or in other medias like Lord of the Rings, or in Legends of the Hidden Temple. Even Skylanders and My Little Pony have that. And then there's later on the track, there's a reference to Goldilocks and the Three Bears, and I always thought I always thought they were giant dwarfs for some reason. And later there was a humongous hand on a bridge, and pictures of goats, so which is like the three Billy Goats gruff. And when you get into the castle, there's Sleeping Beauty and the poison apple from Snow White and a dragon that kind of looks like Maleficent. That's what I'm thinking that the spooky racetrack is going to be, or is going to resemble. Kind of like the prehistoric playground was meant to resemble the fossil fuel injection track from Crash Tag Team Racing. But then there are other things in my head that I made a poll about this, speculating other ideas of what the racetrack could be like. Is it a darker version of the Cortex Castle level? If you play Crash Team Racing, or even either the original or the Nitro Field version, the Cortex Castle level has a lot of spiders. They were creepy. And I was thinking maybe maybe it might be a darker version of the Cortex Castle. Kind of like their Retro Stadium is a retro version of the Turbo Track. Or it could be resembling the Lights Out level of the first Crash game. If you played the first Crash game, the original or the Insane Trilogy version, the Lights Out track is a dark level, and the only way to get through the level is to open the Aku Aku crates, and he'll light the way to show you where you need to go. And you have to be quick because his lights don't last forever. Or it could resemble the dark ancient ruins, also from the first Crash game, and that one also had the spiders. Or maybe it's not super spooky, maybe it will resemble the Day of the Dead, or Dia de los Muertos. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. Kind of like the after party track from Skylander Superchargers. Remember that track? In order to get to that track, you need the Land Racing Action Pack trophy, and the boss of that level is Count Moneybone. Well, maybe not something that resembles something existing in Crash or Skylanders. How about something that parodies a lot of movies from the horror genre, like Nightmare on Elm Street or Friday the 13th. Or my final guess, it takes elements from a variety of spooky things, like the tombs of Egypt, the spooky castles, the dark forests, etc. And we don't know what it's really going to be like, and we don't know who are the characters. And my speculation of who the characters are going to be is Nina Cortex. And maybe Nitrous Brio, and maybe a callback to Koala Kong or Komodo Mo, I'm not sure about that. And there's also, my other speculation is maybe Baby Cortex and Baby Entropy will show up. I'm not sure. My biggest thing would be, and then the other I'm thinking might appear would be Von Clutch, Pasadena, and Willy Wampa Cheeks from Crash Tag Team Racing. They've been leaked, and they also have and since you can race them in Evilocity and Tag Team Racing, I don't see why they cannot be in the spooky racetrack if it's going to resemble Evilocity. These are just my speculations. We don't know until the spooky thing comes out in October, but first we need to get through September with Spyro the Dragon, which, by the way, is gonna, since the Spyro Prix is coming in September. I mean, that's the month. That's going to be the 21st anniversary of Spyro the Dragon. And also, funny enough, Spyro Reignited Trilogy was supposed to be released on September 21st last year, but they delayed a bit for November 13th because of some glitches. And that game was not easy to make, I bet. I mean, Crash Bandicoot was a bit easier because you get to reuse some assets a bit more. So that's it. That's my speculation on what the spooky thing is going to be like. what's gonna happen to it. Now for my animation, I'm just getting my head a bit straight on trying to get into animation again. I'm doing a bit of a storyboard because a person wants me to animate for Double Dragon Decade, and I'm doing a bit of a storyboard for him to animate a certain scene I want him to do. Maybe a bit of a challenge because there's like so many characters, and I'm also doing a little something special for my Eddie reenactment series. My next stop is Little Red Blue, and I have the perfect franchise to reenact that episode. Let's just say what is that franchise? Here's a bit of a hint. She used to have hearts on her cheeks, but on the series finale, no more. Can you guess what it is? Okay, that's all the news I have to say about that. See you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Oh, one more thing. As a bit of a bonus, just got a little rhinoceros stool. Helps me relax my feet a bit more. I know it's pretty random, but I just want to show it to you, that's all.